But here we go. Tusk comes out. RNG, you know, another way to stop a Fiend's Grip. I think you think how are you going to lose a fight, and you know, a Fiend's Grip full duration on a Troll Warlord is definitely one of them. So getting a good active, it's going to be a 5-position Tusk. I want to say Lanham's going to be playing this most likely for the team, is going to help out a lot.
And going back to what you were saying about the Shadow Demon, it was a game where we saw Shadow Demon get a quick 6. I think they left a lane open for him as they were rotating early, and he was able to get that 6 very fast for a position 5. And they go back to the Earth Spirit, so, you know, back to the bread and butter.
You know, it's elimination game. Just stick with what you've played a lot of. I was going to say stick with what's worked. I think I'm sure the Earth Spirits, they've played it so many times. It's probably like 50-50 win rate roughly. They lost with it just now. They won a game against eHome and IG with it, and they won also their opening match against RNG with Earth Spirits. So it's a comfort pick. They have a good record on it. You know, it's probably Wakesey's best hero right now in the current meta. So why not just keep picking it?
And they go to ban the Death Prophet. I think that was the last ban in the previous game from RNG.
It was, yeah, definitely banned out. That I'm trying to think what the other ban was, but yeah, that was one of them. Well, let's Triple C want to play. I don't really want to see another Lina. We saw how just good Centaur is against it, and there's a lot of mid heroes you can play into it. See if Newbee banned the DK again. It really depends what they're planning to pick here. They're gonna base their ban on their pick a little bit. A hero that can cause it problems, something that could complement the RNG draft, and honestly, DK looks very good against this Newbie draft right now.
So we'll see if they do ban the DK. It's the first, it's the 9th pick here for Newbie coming in next. And they ban Pugna.
Okay, what does that lead them on to picking? I mean, Newbie themselves could be the ones who want to play like a DK here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a safe hero. It gives you that little bit of tankiness, that stun. Usually
Front
gets like a
for the
blink
Luna,
down,
which is nice.
10 seconds remaining.
But they do want a frontliner. Like, you've got this Luna. Last game had the Ursa, so it was like Mugi frontlining for SCCC, who was playing Lina. This time around, your Night Stalker alone isn't really tanky enough. Necrophos, there's a great frontliner. Very tanky hero. Reaper Scythe against, like, Centaur, Troll, these tanky RNG heroes can be very effective. But there's a lot of disable from the Tusk, from the Shaman. Not much magic damage, which is the important thing right now from RNG. So they're going to have to get a hero that matches up well against Necro. And now you can understand very clearly why Pugna was banned when they were going to pick Necrophos.
So Necro coming in. Again, is this enough where, you know, they've got this front lining kind of with the Necro and then the Luna, but how much time is Luna going to need to fight RNG? Is it going to be similar to what the Troll needs? And again, RNG, I think they're looking for a mid that's going to be able to work early and do the same thing. Let Troll just farm and then be able to be aggressive with those 4 heroes. Now, that didn't work out exactly in the first game, but maybe here it could be a little bit of a different story.
Yeah, it didn't work because they had this squishy Lina. So it was like, well, who's actually farming for late game? They had Lina with Ursa, so neither of those heroes scaled to late game. They wanted to kind of fight, but then the Lina, we saw a few team fights in a row just getting blown up and unable to really offer enough in a team fight anytime she got jumped. It was great until that point. Like, SCCC played the game nearly perfectly until, you know, 1 or 2 deaths that are somewhat unavoidable. Like, you can't even really blame him for those deaths. Like the one that ended the game where a DK who smoked up blink stuns you. There's just no real easy response to that happening when your team doesn't have a save. This time they have a Bane Nightmare, so like that, even if they just had a Nightmare last game, it could be very different. Oh, they get the Shadow Demon core? Is this a mid Shadow Demon?
Shadow Demon.
This hero is the... Going back to TI when Necrophos was like a top pick, all the Chinese teams started picking support Shadow Demon to counter Necrophos because the Demonic Purge prevents you using Ghost Shroud. It's a continuous purge, so until that Demonic Purge wears off, you cannot Ghost Shroud. On top of that, heavy magic damage. Shadow Poison just going to keep adding up. You don't want to really let this build up on you, and if you pop Ghost Shroud with Shadow Poison on, it's being amped up. So Shadow Demon is a direct hard counter to Necrophos. As a mid, we'll see how it does, though. VP played a mid Shadow Demon game. I think it was no one playing it. They did not fare too well, but it's a very fun, interesting pick to see.
Gives them a little bit more lockdown, and they can work with Disruption as well as the Shackle. And they've got Host Stomp here. I mean, there's so much for RNG. And it feels like Setsu, as well as, I would say everybody but Monet, is going to look to be mobile here early and kind of shut down Newbee.
Yeah. Whoa, it's actually SCCC playing the
Night Stalker.
Night Stalker? So they're doing a... Okay, they see this Shadow Demon mid, and they're just like, okay, we can't play Necro into it. That's a last-minute change, I feel like, coming out of Newbee. I don't imagine the plan was for Arwen to be playing Necrophos when they picked it up. You ban Pugna because you want to put that Necro mid. But then they see this Shadow Demon coming out, and they're like, all right, change of plans. They were hoping, another DK pick comes out. Because Necro mid versus DK, very good matchup for the Necrophos. He's going to free farm. He's going to be a great counter to the DK. But this forces Newbee to go a different direction. Not that Night Stalker is going to be amazing against the Shadow Demon, but he's a lot tankier, and he's not really as susceptible to dying to the Shadow Demon.
Yeah, just a very interesting last-second change here. Because we see Alwyn a lot on that Night Stalker. But he's, also Necro, when he used to be played in the offlane quite a bit, Alwyn got a lot of experience with the Necro there, too. So it's not like he doesn't know this hero as well as some others.
Oh yeah, he's a level 8 Dota plus Necrophos user. He's going to be familiar with the hero. So we'll see how things fare this game around. Setsu, I mean, he's not going to get the matchup versus Necrophos he wanted in lane, but he still is against the Necrophos. So this Shadow Demon counter pick still works. It's still a core Necro that he's going to cause problems for, and Setsu's lane is still pretty good. He's playing against a Night Stalker. Very hard to get denies. Night Stalker with 73 base damage and a Quelling Blade. He's going to last hit incredibly well against the Shadow Demon.
So what are the lanes that are specifically looked for? Like we saw that in the first game, the musical lanes going on. Is there something specifically that either team is looking for and trying to scout for?
Let's see. So there's going to be like a troll tri-lane of sorts. I think your Necrophos... You want your Luna to have an easy lane if you're Newbee. Whereas I think RNG want to try and tri-lane against the Luna. So they're down bottom playing aggressive with 3 heroes. Hoping to maybe get this Tusk, Troll, Shaman versus Luna matchup. But it does look like Mugi. I mean, he's doing the same thing. If you need a good matchup, you sit mid lane as a carry until you find out which lane is going to be the easy lane. And right now, it will be the top lane where Mugi wants to head.
Got the Bane here with the Earth Spirit. And then, yeah, SCCC sitting mid, and inside the trees is Alwyn. This is going to be it's looking to be a tri-lane for RNG. We'll see if there's any swaps that go on. You've got Tusk with Troll, and then you've also got the Shadow Shaman, so opportunity maybe at like a Shackle tag team to come in with the Troll.
And this is important for Alwyn, that he gets this lane early and he's hiding. For 2 reasons. 1, so he doesn't die here. He could just get dove, and 2, so he doesn't reveal the lanes. Like, if you show yourself bottom, RNG could have done a lane swap here, and Arwen's actually gonna, get some XP, get some farm. He's got a whole creep wave under his tower that he's gonna try to get some last hits on, but unfortunately, there are 3 heroes here who are gonna be trying to deny these creeps, and they've already got 2 of those denies down bottom.
Have you seen that
Arwen
before?
does get the range creep. The body block in a tower?
Yeah, the Afu and Lanham were blocking creeps for the other team.
Yeah, it's pretty... I've seen it quite a bit now. It seems like a way these teams who aggro tri-lane want to deal with the lane. It pushes the lane out, so it's going to get really hard for Arwen to play bottom because the lane equilibrium is no longer near his tower. You hate to see your lane pushed out in this safe lane if you're the Necro. And that's why they do this. It gives him 1 lane. It gives him level 2. He gets a full lane of XP, but now he can't get anything more. That's the problem here.
And they're looking to pick on him quite a bit. Tag team used, Lanham, forcing out the Ghost Shroud already.
Yeah, that's the nice thing, getting that level 2, though, so he doesn't... he theoretically could die there if he was still level 1, but both teams going for these 3v1 lanes. Up top, Luna with 6-5 last hits. All the denies up here. They need to, similarly bully the center. They can't afford to give him too good of a lane.
Yeah, that was something we saw in the last game where Flyby kind of struggled in the laning phase. He was ganked a lot. He died like 3 times in the first 5 minutes or so. So he's really definitely hoping to have a switch from that first game.
Down bottom, the big Pull camping block. Lanham knows, you know, this lane pushes out. What does Necro want to do? He wants to pull it back by using this camp. They block the small camp with a ward. They body block the big camp. Nothing Necro can do to regain the lane equilibrium now or get experience and farm, except put himself in harm's way. It's a very dangerous lane for him to go to. With that said, Arfu is going to free up this bottom lane a little bit with a rotation mid.
Yeah, but top Flyby in trouble once again. They did have the Nightmare as well as the Rolling Boulder. The Lucent Beam came in afterwards. Mugi gets first blood on Flyby.
Oh, possible Courier Snipe coming mid. It's rolling out, and Arfu, this is the Shaman. He's going to roll the dice. He's got 76 to 83 damage. So with the level 2, he will one-shot this Courier. He's going to get on the way back. There we go. Arfu. What? Arfu? Okay, he doesn't get on the way back. He completely mistimed that. He should have seen... I guess he maybe didn't notice SCCC delivering items. He doesn't have a ward there, so without vision, it's a much harder Courier Snipe. We've seen these Shaman... I've seen the Shaman, you know, with level 1, your base damage only sometimes one-shots the Courier. Level 2, I guess you can always one-shot that Courier.
Lanham comes over bottom. Allen with the Ghost Shroud, they've got the shards to show up, but again, this is just bullying him out, because look at where Monet is, 17 and 12. Owens had absolutely nothing, he's still level 2, they'll find the Shackle, the Rolling Boulder comes in and Afu to stop that, but they're right in front of this Necro, and they need to make a couple of rotations to save him. They'll bring over
Stick
Fate.
charges, though. No. This is fine, though. Like, Mugi, having hit level 3 already, can actually play alone up top. Centaur's jungling, so there's just, you know, there's no contest. Flyby's got 10% health in the jungle, so this is a free farm lane for Luna, much like bottom is a free farm lane for Troll, but Troll may get pressured a little bit because of the 2 supports rotating down bottom.
So now it's 3 against 3 in this lane, with Alwyn still sitting level 2.
How's our mid lane doing? Looks like Setsu with a bit of an edge so far.
Disruption.
He's got the rune now.
The double damage, he'll work away at SCCC. He's getting that poison stacked up. Definitely doing quite a bit of damage.
Maybe with enough poison stacks he has the damage, actually.
Yeah, they'll bring the Earth Spirit over. He's trying to land a 5th. He's going to miss that one. The Boulder Smash comes out. And now let's see what he's able to do. The Rolling Boulder comes in, but he gets the kill on SCCC. Lacey, he comes over and gets Setsu in return, but Setsu's happy with that.
He made a really cool little play. He used the Shadow Poison release spell. He animation canceled it to, like, bait out the Night Stalker, like, to try and juke it. Because Night Stalker knows it. I think that 5th poison is what kills him. 4 was not going to be enough. Shadow Demon did the math on it, knew he needed to hit a 5th, but also knew that Night Stalker was going to dodge it. So he fake animation cancels the poison release, gets the Night Stalker to move one direction, then he's able to land the Shadow Poison after that. Does die for it, but ultimately, Earth Spirit getting the kill is not the biggest deal, as Setsu is going to hit level 6 around when Night Stalker hits level 5.
Lanham did over bottom. They did get around him. He extended that life with the Snowball, but yeah, 3 heroes coming over bottom to get the kill onto that Tusk. And it's 3-1, a little bit of a similar story to the first game in terms of kills, but again, RNG leaning, you know, despite these kills, real well.
I'm going to feel pretty happy about the CS. It's kind of like last game where kills are going Newbee's way. Yeah.
Boulder Smash coming out. Lanham trying to catch up. The shards come through, but it's not in time to save this Shadow Demon. They bring the rotation over mid, send 2 heroes in, and that's another kill here for Newbee.
Yeah. Mugi very aware that something's going on top lane. Afu in the trees. He pinged where Afu was, so he is well aware this gank's coming, and he's got teammates on the way. So Newbee rotating their supports up top, trying to catch Afu out, but don't believe they'll manage to find him here.
So they bring 3 heroes over top again. That's going to make it 1v1 over bottom for Monet against Alwyn, who's doing a really good job still at 31 and 19. But back over mid, SCCC, he's going to be stopped by the shard. He's got 2 stacks of poison on top of him, and now a 3rd. The disruption comes in. Faith comes over. So we'll see if they're able to get the kill. It's just a little bit short of getting him, as he goes away from these illusions, and the rotation from Lanham to try and get a kill here is not going to be enough.
I think he missed one of those Shadow Poisons during that gank, and like you say, yeah, it's just not quite enough damage. This is why they run the Night Stalker mid. It's a hero that, you know, if that's Necro mid, he's a lot squishier, he probably goes down, but Night Stalker with the Bracer Wand, Stout Shield, just able to survive through it all and get the better of it. Necro's starting to do better in this bottom lane. I like that he's got this Bracer too. Normally you'll see Null Talismans, but the magic resistance from the Bracer is going to be a lot more valuable, as well as the extra health the Bracer gives when you're playing against a Shadow Demon and when you're playing as a 3-position Necro. Your job is just to survive and tank up as much as possible.
Flyby sitting really low here. He's popped a salve, but he's going to be chased with the Eclipse coming out. Oh, I see he gets the kill, and yeah,
can't be stealing those, bro.
The Eclipse used, though, and that was to get Flyby, who was about half health. They brought 2 heroes over.
They didn't need to use the Eclipse, but they chose to, and if you're going to commit Eclipse, you definitely want Mugi getting that kill. But he's got the Midas, so I mean, he's going to be farming incredibly fast this game.
All in. Yeah, the same thing happening over bottom. The Shackle comes out. They've got the Root. The Ghost Shroud used. He stays alive. He's also got that heal out, so looked like they were going to be able to get the kill, but unfortunately, the Hex and the Shackle don't last long enough for them to finish him up.
Back at top, Mugi, you need to be a little bit careful here. He's playing underneath the tower, does have supports nearby and a lot of vision though. So actually they may catch out Flyby, who's still only level 4 in this Centaur.
Yeah, they're going to catch him. They've got the silence, they've got Mugi coming over, and OAC takes it again. But at the same time, Faith goes down mid.
Yeah, not the end of the world. That was a Demonic Purge being used. Not that it's a long cooldown or anything, but he dies to the Shadow Demon ultimate there, and I believe it's because there's this dire high ground ward mid. It gives vision onto the high ground that the Bane was probably not expecting. But yeah, Wakesy with these 4 kills, I mean, this is kind of definitely not the ideal scenario, because if he does end up dying, it's a big kill streak that he's giving up. And more importantly, you just want Mugi getting these last hits, or the Night Stalker. One of the 2 cores getting these kill last hits is way better. When you 100% have the kills, you don't want the supports getting them too.
Off that, Setsu and Lanham go over towards top. I believe Newbee scanned, and that hit onto Afu, but you know, look at where they are. Look at where they're positioned. They've got Mugi inside the jungle trying to farm up a little bit. They're far away from this lane, anywhere that RNG can take advantage and possibly get a kill.
This game's looking way better for Newbee. They have an actual late game carry, unlike last game, and they're kind of winning the early game, the laning stage. And I just feel like RNG got a little bit too cute with this Shadow Demon pickup, like trying to run it as a counter to the Necrophos when Newbee had this great response to just put Night Stalker mid. Has really backfired, because I just don't feel like Setsu's going to have the same impact on this game as we've seen him have on all the other games of this tournament. He's been such a standout star player, but I don't know. Shadow Demon mid, just don't have a lot of faith in it right now.
So RNG with the Shadow Demon, I mean, he's going Midas too, so Setsu looking towards the later part of this game with the Midas. Meanwhile, Nightmare onto Troll. I mean, if he comes into the late game okay, that should be all right with Monet farming away. They've got the Hex, they've got the Shackle. That's going to be onto the Bane. The Hook Stomp follows it up. Faith ends up dying. There's 4 heroes down here bottom, but it's Flyby who gets the kill, who needs a little bit of help after what was that poor start over top.
I mean, Faith, my boy Bane, he's taking one for the team there. Gets the Bounty Rune. He does die for it. He used the Nightmare in 1, but by getting the Bounty Rune, he was in range of the Shaman Hex. It's worth it, though. Dying for a Bounty Rune as a 5-position support, you take that trade every single time.
And I'm just trying to get some levels here. But also coming over again will be Setsu. As the TP attempt, they'll let the Earth Spirit go away as he finishes his TP out. The shards kind of needed to hit there on Mugi to get the kill. Meanwhile, bottom gets the kill onto Monet. So Mugi's able to escape what was coming his way from Setsu coming top, but Monet, with Bane, Earth Spirit, as well as Necro here ready to go, they were able to get that kill, and that was with Fiend's Grip used.
Nice kill onto the Troll. Good rotation coming in. Decent time that Troll's going to be in the sidelines. With the Siege Creep, they are pressuring the tier 1 as well, but Centaur TPing down here, has the Stampede defensively, and it's going to look to draw some of this aggro off of the tower. Does need to be careful. Bane is still nearby, though. If you can time that Nightmare for when he uses Stampede, you may be able to find this kill.
Flyby. Now here comes Faith. He'll get inside to the trees. TP coming over to the tier 2. That's going to be from Monet. Now the Stampede's going to be used. We'll see how far he gets over. They actually just start to focus the Bane. Brain Sap, but Hoof Stomp on top of it. The Nightmare. Shards will be a little bit far, but it does put him towards going towards these north stairs. And Faith, he's going to end up dropping. disruption comes out. Setsu getting chased here by 3 heroes with Alwyn off that fight TPing towards mid. They're able to get the better trade out of this, and they deny the mid tier 1.
I mean, what Faith is doing right now is just such high impact plays. Like he's 0-3, he's dying, but it's the vision, the scouting he gives his team. He dies for a bounty rune. There, he dies so that his teammates can get out and his team can get a bigger kill mid. They kill the Shadow Demon. They're going to get this tier 1 tower. Will it get last hit? Oh, Tusk gets the deny. Big deny from Lanham, but that is so worth it by the Bane there. It kind of looks like Faith is just alone and feeding away like at the bounty rune, then there in the trees by himself, but both of those last 2 deaths we see from the Bane help out his team so much.
Seems like RNG are just kind of lacking and are getting picked off in multiple spots, so they smoke up. They're going to try and find themselves a kill here. It would be towards bottom, but it's only the Earth Spirit who's over here, and he's got his Midas. He's doing well. I mean, I feel like it's got to be more for RNG.
Seeing it on Earth Spirit, that's a kind of new one for me at least, but I guess why the hell not? On the dire side, Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon doesn't have Midas yet even.
Walks into All-Win, the Fiend's Grip comes out, the Reaper Scythe on top of that. Afu, he'll be dead, and now they've got 4 heroes here to going on to Setsu, who's trying to run away. They already used the Reaper Scythe, but they've got the Nightmare. There's the lockdown. Silence on top. No escape. Setsu dead. 10-4 in favor of Newbee.
Yeah. I mean, Monet gets the tower, but like you can compare what Newbee have to throw away to get bounty runes and get towers and, you know, get these kills. They're throwing away the Bane's life. Bane is 3 of their 4 deaths. For RNG to get that tower for Troll, they had to lose Shadow Demon as well as Shadow Shaman. They lose their 3 and their 4 position. It's just way more costly what RNG is giving away in their trades, whereas Newbee is just making way more efficient plays. They've got Midas going, they're just giving away 5 position supports, they're just taking way more out of the map, and it's looking way better for Newbee here.
Much better game than game 1, and like you said, it brings them into the late game a little bit better with this Luna. So it seems like there's a lot of time until we really see RNG being able to capitalize on what their picks are. As the Troll still going for the Battle Fury, you've got Setsu still going into a Midas. He's been backed off that a couple of times.
Their plan right now is just try protect the Troll so that he can try carry them late game. It's a full 4 protect 1 now. Like their early to mid game strat has basically backfired. This core Shadow Demon is not working as a hero right now. They're going to go maybe look for some smoke plays on RNG with this center blink. Like, they basically just need to go around this 4 and create space for Monet to farm. Problem is, Newbee, they're on the hunt. They want to find this Troll. They want to kill him. They may get sidetracked by Lanham's Tusk, but it looks like they're not going to ignore him. They're going to go for him instead.
Yeah, they'll get the kill here onto the Tusk, but that only pulls Mugi as well as SCCC away. And when you know that they're there,
much rather the Troll kill there, and it almost backfired. The fact they got vision of the Tusk going for that bounty rune ends up hurting them, because they could have just gone straight for Monet and caught him, but not the end of the world. Newbee still, you know, they use this movement to get a lot of map control, and Luna's still farming. It's still very advantageous for them. It's just not the best.
They might get another one mid. They've got the Fiend's Grip once again. SCCC comes over. The Stampede's going to be used, but he's stuck in his spot. Fiend's Grip holds him there, and that's it.
Yeah. Faith is just playing so well right now. It's great to see, like, you know, 5 position support is one of those roles that doesn't usually look very glamorous. It's not even just like people ignoring it. There's just not many plays you can make as a 5 position.
Wasted tries to come over bottom. He TP's in. The Serpent Wards are placed down. The Magnetize is on flyby. They'll get the kill, but it's a trade at least. That's going to be one. Looking for more. Ronovatos on Afu with the Brain Sap and the Reaper Scythe. 2 more there, and they'll be able to farm these Serpent Wards.
Yep. Farm it up. Miss a few to the tower, but not the end of the world. Maybe three or so of them got last hit by the tower instead. But yeah, great plays coming out from Newbee. Punishing, finding these kills. Again, it's the same idea for RNG that Faith is doing on the Bane, where it's like you throw away your lives so your Troll can farm. Monet's only died once this game. He's got his Battle Fury. His teammates are throwing away their lives so he can farm. It's just so expensive when it's core heroes dying. Serpent Wards being farmed up. It just doesn't feel worth it right now, but it's ultimately the best plan they have. And it's the way they have to play this game, which is keep giving up these kills so Troll can farm, Protect Monet at all costs. Hope that at some point with his... Yeah, it's going to be Yasha BKB. This is pretty typical when you're playing from behind. Battle Fury into Yasha, into BKB. And then hope that that BKB timing gets you some good team fights.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of that in the last game too, where it was their fights dependent on these BKBs. And it was the same thing last time. Troll went into the Yasha, then he went into the BKB. So, I mean, it's still a lot of time, though. He's got the Battle Fury finally, and now the Midas is finally there for Setsu. How long he's been trying to build this.
Yeah, he's happy to have completed it. But I don't think he's going to be happy about how this game is going particularly.
Seems like
More
it's
about
all
the
in
fact
Monet.
he's playing a core Shadow Demon. I don't think he feels like he can have a whole lot of impact this game right now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Being in that core spot, it definitely feels... It's got to feel horrible when you're in a position where, you know, you should be doing a lot for your team, but you're stuck on this Shadow Demon that just, with just a Midas, really doesn't supply a lot to the team at the moment.
And he had that 10th pick of the draft. I imagine it was his call as well. Like, you know, it was probably agreed upon by the team, but you can't just blame the drafter and the captain. He probably said, pick me this hero, I'm going to crush this Necro mid. Or the captain did, and he said, hell yeah, pick me that. And then guess what? You're not against the Necro mid. You're not crushing the game. And there are some regrets. I mean, it makes the post... If they're going to lose this game, which right now is kind of the direction it's headed, we're not calling it yet. It's still maybe like 70-30, 75-25 Newbee favored. There's still a lot of ways RNG can win this game. I feel like the post-game discussion is mostly like, you know, we shouldn't have picked that Shadow Demon core. Not a good thing.
I think we're back. No. Yeah, I froze for a moment, and I'm getting a lot of bad lag. I think I might reconnect. I'm really hoping nothing big happens.
All right. The old Chinese servers. It doesn't look like anything's coming to a fight right now. Both teams are kind of farming their different parts of the map.
Yeah, sometimes this happens where the connection to these Chinese servers is not stable.
It's not a Chinese Dota tournament without at least 1 or 2 games of some PowerPoint Dota.
Yeah, it definitely feels more like it occurs more when it's a LAN event. Like I get this.
It's so much better than it used to be. Whatever Valve and Perfect World have done, like go back like 5 years ago when we used to cast a lot of Chinese Dota on BTS, it was like every second game was unwatchable. So it's improved drastically. Valve have done some good stuff to make watching Chinese Dota a whole lot easier.
Yeah, I'm back in, but I'm still getting a little bit of that slideshow going on. Hoping that usually it figures itself out. We get back, and it looks like it has. So just 2 minutes of laggy Dota for everybody.
Newbee have a big timing coming up. They're going to have double BKB. SCCC just bought his. Luna's about 500 gold away. They probably want to go for Roshan. They actually just scanned it. They're worried that Monet is sneaking in on the troll. Oh, Faith.
Got Faith. They'll have the stun as well as the Hex, so they'll at least get the Bane. But again, how many times is that Faith has just tanked the gang?
Yeah, he saw them coming too, but he had a ward there. What he did not know is that RNG also had a ward there. So he reveals the fact that there's a Observer ward there, gets the sentry down, easy D ward, and Newbee have the BKB of Luna if they want to buy it now. So very likely Newbee set themselves up to take a Roche fight here. They're just so much stronger. But instantly a smoke from RNG. They want to go fight right away.
Really good
Who are
position.
they going to find here? May just be Wakesy on the Earth Spirit.
Yeah, there's the
Gosh, he's not.
break
He's going to pop the smoke. They don't. They just don't check the spot. They. Oh my.
They walk right by him, and he doesn't even move. Super stoic. Doesn't give himself up.
The crazy thing is, Wakesy doesn't even realize they just walked by him. He's going to watch this replay and be like, "Oh, that happened," because he's just hiding in there, and he doesn't have vision in that area to see what just happened. Will he scout this Roche bit?
Looks like he has to. Yeah, he's coming in close. They have the Serpent Wards placed down. The Boulder Smash is going to come out. That hits onto 3, so Newbee now aware of this Roche. They've taken Roche down to half health, so... Man, RNG, they have to stick by the pit.
Yeah, this may just help Newbee. You're getting Roche low, And Newbee's going to come over with their double BKBs and be like, oh, you wanted this Roche? You got it low for us? It's ours now.
Yeah, and here comes the fight. They've got the Hex immediately coming through. The Eclipse is going to be turned around by Mugi, who also pops that BKB. They'll find themselves the Centaur as well as the Reaper Scythe, but the disruption is there. However, that gives up Setsu's life and now Flyby. So going for that disruption, it saves Flyby for a moment from the Reaper Scythe, but unfortunately that means he's giving up his life as well.
Oh, they won't land him as well. But it's Triple C. It's daytime, so he does not have a way to cancel the TP out.
This is going to be the Roche as well. He just picked up for Mugi.
The tooltip for Night Stalker's Void says it's still mini stuns. Well, quite accurate, I believe.
Tooltip's getting updated.
Look, man, they update the important stuff. The Chinese servers, I'll take a wrong tooltip or two if we get some good, stable Chinese servers.
Found themselves Lanham again. This is another kill going the way of Newbee. They're just stacking them up in numbers. 17-6, 12,000 net worth lead here for Newbee. RNG, just, they're getting choked out. There's nowhere for them to really feel comfortable farming. The pressure is just on. They get another kill here on Afu. It's Newbee being able to invade the RNG side with ease.
I mean, this is pretty smooth sailing right now for Newbee. The ease of execution for them, like that's the one big thing they changed from last game. They've got this proper late game carry. They do their Newbee thing, which is, you know, group up a lot, take some good team fights, get an early game advantage like we saw last game. The issue last game is they just couldn't turn it into towers or objectives without having a late game hero. This time they did. Mugi has been flawless, 4-0-5. Arwen hasn't died once. This Necrophos, he got counter-picked by the Shadow Demon, and Arwen's been fantastic. He's not like being the huge crazy playmaker, but he just soaks up a lot of damage. He played against the tri-lane bottom and still found himself in this position.
First TP from Arwen, that's going to be the Rod of Atos thrown at Monet. And now the Rolling Boulder forward. The Boulder Smash slows up Monet for a moment. We'll see if they're able to catch this. They've got the Rolling Boulder on top of that. Flyby maybe looking for an entrance point here, but there's the Reaper Scythe with the Lucent Beam. And Alwyn has yet another kill. That's 80 seconds without the Troll.
Yeah, that kill probably turned it from like maybe a 5 to maybe let's give it 10% win chance for RMG. That kill right there probably takes it down to like a 2% win chance. That kind of seals the deal. It may get them a lane of frags. Even if it doesn't, it just, you know, it's the big kill on the enemy carry. Faith at mid. Looking to step for a Fiend Script, maybe.
He's got the Nightmare coming through on the Afu. SCC comes around. He's got the Silence as well as the Fiend Script coming out on the Flyby. So they'll focus onto the Shadow Shaman first, with the Rolling Boulder coming in, the Hex onto the Night Stalker, and then back over towards Flyby. The Rolling Boulder in once again. He's slept up. The Brain Sap comes through. The Lucent Beam on top of it. Kick him away, but it's not going to matter. Mugi gets the kill. And Newbee rolls.
He's just pushing top. He's like, guys, Luna, where are you? You're meant to be hitting buildings, not me, but I was like, he's unkillable up here. He knows there's nothing that can bring him down. Has a 4-staff, and now the team's going to rejoin him. Luna with this Aghanim Scepter, about to hit level 20. I would love to see the Lucent Beam damage picked up. I think anytime you're over this Ags, it's a much better level 20 talent. And his Eclipse is going to do so much.
Eclipse, and it just destroys Lanham and Setsu. Yeah, okay. GG gets called. And they look over at Afu. He steps 2 steps out of the base. Yeah, he's dead. And Newbee, they evened it up at 1.
Yeah. Look, Shadow Demon was a mistake. That's not the hero you want to pick. If he got the mid matchup 1v1 versus Necro, it would have looked a lot better. I still think it would have been a mistake, though. You're picking this very all-in mid hero. It's this cute idea. I feel like teams, every now and then, like over the last 4 or 5 years, a team will be like, oh, core Shadow Demon, this could be good. VP, one of those teams that try it every now and then. No one played it in the group stage. They've had Pasha played in a 3 position. I think it's a bit better in a 3 position, but Shadow Demon core, it falls off so hard. You have to snowball. The hero does not play from behind, and it doesn't actually dominate or crush the early game that much because it's not mobile. It doesn't move around the map, taking objectives, making plays. It doesn't really have a natural initiation, like the same way like a Puck or someone does. You have to walk in, purge, or disrupt them. So it just doesn't work as a 2 position to me.
Yeah, he was never able to get his feet off the ground. He had, you know, he was building into that Midas for so long and then just got an Aether Lens. Like, that's it. That's not what you're expecting from your 2 position. You're really wanting a lot more. And Newbee took advantage. They changed their lineup a little bit, as they did start with the Night Stalker again. But, you know, it's a much better draft this time around and much better of an execution. 5-0-8 for Mugi, really dominating. That Ags at the last second just wrecked RNG. And then SRC playing a lot better here. 7-1-11 in a spot where we were questioning it because, you know, they obviously wanted the Necro to go mid. They changed their plans last second. But still, I mean, their core is one death between all three of them. So doing a really good job there.
Yep. Very, very smooth sailing. I think Newbee got definitely the favorites going to game 3, even though they lost game 1. For the most part, they played better in game 1. They just had a draft that fell off. And RNG played very well in game 1, but I think Newbee, you know, they were getting all those kills. They were controlling the tempo of game 1, so definitely give them an edge going into game 3. They're playing just good, fun, fast-paced Dota right now.
Yeah, so we'll see who wins Game 3. It's do or die here. If you win, you move on to face the winner of Vici Virtus Pro, and if you lose, that's it here at MDL. So Game 3 coming up next. We'll be back in just a moment. Stay right there.